All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only video. Today is a fan request. Yes, I feel weird calling you fans, subscribers, friends, guests, whatever you want to call it. This is a request from one of my viewers. There you go, a viewer. That's a good word. Um, Basically, he just wanted to know what heroes to focus first. I mean, we already have the video that is for the starting five, and where do you go after that? So this is a complicated question because it also one, it depends on who you pull. Two, it depends on who you farmed and what you're working on. But I feel like the entirety of this game is going to really focus on the same heroes because you're going to be getting them in the same order that I did outside of rares. And I don't think there's any rares that personally I don't have that I have built that are going to be like, oh my god, I need them before the ones that I currently own. So I think it's going to be a pretty easy kind of path, but at the same time, it also depends on when you get them. All right, so here we go. Let's just start and see who we got. Um, so starting five, we'll just do the quick, easy version. So starting five, Kale. If it loads, Kale, we want War Maiden. All right, she does defense down. We're going to give you reasons. Kale is your best hero for clan boss early game. You get him right away, and he's great for clan boss. He's great for nuking, campaign farmer, great for everything. War Maiden, very good for defense down. Other than that, not so much. You can use her in clan boss. I have shown that in some of the videos, especially the starting five. You can get away with using her. Valerie, great for shielding, great for extending buffs. Great for keeping up shields and heals. It's just she's an all-round great hero to have as a fifth hero. Sometimes as a fourth. Most times she will be your fifth hero in dungeons. Very rarely will you really use her in campaigns and things like that. Next, you got Spirit Host. She's great for attack up, and she also removes any debuffs, which is also very effective. The thing that makes her special with the debuff removing is that she can actually remove them and place a block debuff for one turn. Not so great if you're a very fast team because then you just run through a turn and then you get hit with debuffs. But it is good enough, at least to maybe stop one or two. So you've got Kale, we've got War Maiden, we've got Valerie, and we've got Spirit Host. If you don't have Apothecary, then you would start building Diabolist. If you do have Apothecary, then you would immediately build him first, and that would be your first five heroes. Okay, so those are the heroes that you would need to start. Now, where do you go from there? All right, so let's look at the game itself. In this game, you're going to have missions. All right, you're going to have the missions here. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Most of that stuff will lead you through dungeons. It will lead you through potion keeps. It will lead you through campaign and a couple of other things. So really, when somebody asks me who should I build next, it depends on where you're at. So it also depends on who you get. So let's look at our monthly thing. I believe that let's see, progression daily login. Here we go. All right. So in the beginning, your first hero that you're going to get in the first 30 days is Haikatoon. Now, before that, you get Jizzo. Now, my personal belief is that by the time you get Jizzo, and hopefully you've gotten enough epic books, I would build him immediately. That's just me personally. A lot of people will tell you not to do that. Why am I telling you to do it? It's because of the way that I built Jizzo, all right? Also, Haikatoon would be the next one as far as epics go that I would build immediately because I didn't build her immediately and I think I should have. I'm not going to lie. I kind of crapped on her a little bit in the beginning, but she's not as bad as I thought, all right? So, Jizzo and Haikatoon would be the next ones you're going to build. So, let's look at them real quick. The reason we built Jizzo the way we did is because he got us through Scarab King. All right, we have him in an HP destroy set and high defense. Here you can take a quick look at his stats. All right, so there you go. He's got 3,600 defense, 37 HP. 37,000 HP. A little bit. He's got good crit rate, 91. Not so much on the crit damage thing, but he's got very high resist, and you need that. And he has accuracy, not a lot, because I don't use him for much else other than this. All right, so the reason we do this is because his skills give him a shield. So he has an attack 2 times. He puts up a shield and a counterattack. So basically, if a boss hits him while he has the shield, he will counterattack. This is basically your easy way out for Scarab King. All right. You could conceivably build our boy here, Outrider, as being helpful in there. He does have HP destroy. See, destroys any max HP, so he can get you through Scarab King if you need him to. But he's not. He's very squishy, so he's not going to live. So if he's your only choice to beat Scarab King in the first rounds, and we're talking like literally the first time you get to him, like round what is it for floor 10 through 30, all right. Um, Jizzo's your best option early on because he can put up a shield, put up a counterattack, and he can do a continuous heal on himself, which is amazing. So essentially, what it's going to happen is you're going to start the fight, everyone's going to die, and he's going to be the one that gets you through it. So he's going to put up his shield, put up his counterattack. The boss is going to hit him. He's going to hit back, and since he's an HP destroy, every time he hits the boss, it destroys the shield for Scarab King. Then he's going to hit with this attack, which is going to basically get him his continuous heal. So if he's getting hit by the boss, he's not going to die because he's going to constantly heal, and he'll have a counterattack, so he'll be attacking and getting HP back, which basically means every other turn, every couple turns, he's going to just keep getting that shield back, which is why it's very important that we level up these skills and max them out. All right. Now, this is just for the run that I'm doing. If you're trying to, do something separate and build every hero that you get and you've been summoning, he may not be the best option. This is for what I am doing right now. It's not necessarily what is the best option for you. It's just what I am doing currently. But I would still recommend building Jizzo. He's a very good hero. Really cool. I still use him today. Very nice. All right. So that would be the next one I would build because Scarab King is your first real roadblock. All right. Your second real roadblocks will be actually second and third will be Fire Knight and it will be Spider. Now, when you get through Spider, the best heroes are HP burners. Now, you are going to more than likely have Artak. All right. We have him in the vault here. This guy right here, Artak. He's got a lot of HP burns and things like that. He will be very helpful to get you through Spider. All right, because he has the burns. I think he can explode them. Honestly, I've never even really. I think I looked at his skills once when we put him in the vault, and that's the last time. So I don't know a lot about him. I just know he has HP burn and he loses HP, and there's a whole bunch of weird mechanic with that. But he's not a bad choice if you're going to be building someone fresh. If you've been playing for a little while, Deliana wouldn't be a bad choice here. Death Knight's not a bad choice. Ronda, all of these are good choices. The question is whether or not you're going to book them. All right. Now, I don't use these guys, so I'm not going to be able to answer that for you. Do you want to book these guys first? I don't know. You might just want to play that game where you book and hopefully get the skill you want booked and then move on to the next one. That is something you can do. But all of these legendaries are good. None of them are going to be not worth building to at least 60 and giving them gear. All right. Even if you give them 0 books, I would say all of these are worth building and you can get a lot of use out of all of them. But like I said, I only do mystery shards. So if you have Ardak, Ardak, I don't know why I always say it like that, but he is a very good hero for that. Now, for Fire Knight, you're going to more than likely want a few options. All right. Which I've gone through on a few of the videos. I think I even reviewed it when I did the the Fire Knight video. I had to think about it. I'm like, what am I talking about? You can do stage 15. We're going to go out of here. I don't know if we have Scarab King up right now. Let's go look real quick, just so we can actually show what I'm talking about. I don't think he's in here. Yeah, he's not up on this. Oh, he is here. Nice. See? All right, so this is the first level of, here, we're going to pull everybody out. Let's just assume that you have built your starting 5 at this point. So we're going to bring them in, and then we're going to bring her in. And we're going to take her out. Actually, you know what? Let's just bring Valerie in. Screw it. This is the low-end version anyway. So there we go. Start. So this is why you want Jizzo. He can destroy HP, and you don't need anyone else really to survive. I don't think anyone here is going to die. This is going to be an easy fight. I haven't done this in a while without anyone but Jizzo. The good news is we have tons of shield because we have Spirit Host in the shield set, and we have wow, she's even using more shield, and we have Valerie in shield set as well. So that basically gives us enough shield where more than likely this boss isn't going to be able to do too much to us while we're basically killing him. If he does that main attack where he hits everybody and smacks them around a lot, then so be it. But the only one now that can actually do the job here is Jizzo. No one else can get through the shield. Let's put it that way. I forgot we didn't have the AoE go off. Tough times. There we go. Defense down, and we got revive and block damage. Also terrible things to happen here. I forgot that we have, what's his name in here? What's that guy's name? Broadmaw's in here. It's hopefully no one has any remove debuffs. Turn meter reduction here. All right, good. We've got to provoke. Hopefully he gets his turn, and then we can move forward to the boss. I always forget that there's that one jerk in every single one of these waves. Boom. All right, so here's the boss. Jizzo's the one that we want to do all the damage because as you can see the shield at the top, see how it's all this purple bar up here? It's not going down. Now it goes down when he attacks, which basically makes you do more damage, which is good. And the good news is if everybody dies, none of it matters. Funny thing, I think we did this last time on the highest round, and we used Spirit Host, and she didn't die for some reason. It's the first time that's happened. I did adjust her gear, though, so she's a little bit stronger now. So she didn't die. Actually, it was her, and Jizzo that beat the boss. That beat the boss for me. But look, he's taking that shield down by himself. Now the boss is going to start taking more damage, and probably everyone might die. Who cares? Because if you don't have a shield, he's going to counter. Which they all have shields now. But there you go. He's doing that spectral horror, taking that boss down, making him easier to kill. Say he's going to do that stuff. Now, in the beginning, you're going to have a lot more trouble than this. Obviously, it's a lot harder. This fight is definitely no joke when you first get to it, especially if you don't have anyone who has HP destroy. I would highly recommend if you have HP destroy gear, put it on someone, even maybe one of your main DPS or an extra DPS. That way, you can at least get through the shield. So that's why we're doing Jizzo. Let's get out of here. And then get back out of here. Now, if you're going to go into Fire Knight with your blocking, we're going to do all of them at once since we just talked about them all. All right, we're going to go into Fire Knight. Now, you can do this with poisoners, and I've shown this many times, but this is essentially my Fire Knight team, all right? At least earlier on Fire Knight teams. Now, you can use pretty much anyone you want. Actually, this is not, I think we're missing one person. Filter. No, we don't filter. Get out of here. Close. Hide. Team setup. Fire Knight 17 is the one we want. Here we go. Fire Knight 17. Oh, that is it. I guess that is it. So here we go. So this is what we're using. We have a lot of turn meter reduction. All right. We have a lot of that's it. A lot of turn meter reduction. We don't really need much else. Healing is kind of important, but if you have enough turn meter reduction, he's not going to get enough attacks. So this is why Haikatun is actually very good. Soulbon is another hero that would be worth building early on if you don't have anyone else that can do turn meter reduction. Because remember, after this, when we get into like 20 plus, when you're starting to do those, at that point, you'll probably be getting Visix and a couple other heroes down the road. We're talking 6-9 months from now. So yeah, Soulbon is basically your easy pull for that. And Crimson Slayer is also really good for that. She is in our stage 25 team, and Armiger is amazing for it. If you do get Armiger, I would recommend starting him at least early on. I didn't start building him until we started getting into like the little bit higher areas, like 15 to 20, and then we built him to 6-star. He's never going to be bad. All right, so I mean, building him to 60 will never be a waste. Even if you do it early game, I would say do it because he helps a lot on bosses. He gets more helpful the further along you go, but his turn meter reduction will always be good. All right, so it doesn't matter how much damage he does. He's not there for damage. He's there to drop turn meter and make sure bosses don't get turns so that your damage dealers can kill it and not have to worry about getting hit. So any of these heroes right here would be a good investment to start the game. Crimson Slayer basically has your 3-hit to help you get through Spider. I mean, not through Spider. Oh, Spider also, actually. We use her in Spider 15. You can use her in Fire Knight. She's very helpful all over the game. So I would 100% say if you pull Crimson Slayer to build her, and that is a perfect hero to get. Soulbon is great for Arena. She's great for one-shotting any of the heroes in there. And we're going to go through a lot of this. I'm probably not going to play a lot of the areas. I mean, we might try it, but I don't want this to be like a 3-hour video. I want you guys to kind of just get the bread and bones. But Soulbon's an awesome hero for Arena. She can one-shot anybody. That is Force Affinity, basically, if you build her with the correct setup. Just get her a lot of crit damage and crit attack. You can put her in lifesteal if you want her to be a campaign farmer. She can be used in Fire Knight. She can be used in Spider to keep the turn meter down on the main boss. She does have an AoE on her A1, so that is an amazing skill. So yeah, awesome. Haikatun, she's really just there to speed everyone up. She's got an awesome speed lead, as you can see, 19% in all battles, right up here at the top. And she also is good she can drop turn meter she does an AoE turn meter drop. So that's actually even better. And then Armiger basically just does turn meter drop, and then eventually he has the HP max hit, where the more HP you have, the more damage he does. Let's get out of here real quick. All right, so now that's in there. Now, if we go to Spider's a little different because honestly, if you're looking for who to build for Spider, I would honestly watch my video for Spider alone because Spider is the most changing dungeon, I think, out of all of the dungeons. It's the one dungeon that no matter how good your team is, more than likely there's going to be something that screws it up because of affinity. Because the baby spiders attack. I always keep doing the same thing because the baby spiders always attack different affinities based on the affinity of the boss. Team setup. Let's see. Who do we got here? So Spider 20. This is the evolution. So now in Spider 20, you're going to have to wait a while. These are all heroes that I've gotten over time. It took me a while to beat it. But yeah, your Carl, Drex, all these are heroes. Drex you could get within 3 months if you really push from the beginning of the game. But probably you're going to get him somewhere between 4 and 5, unless you're really pushing. Syl, obviously, is 6 months. Carl, it took me 10 months to get him, but I got Yannicka first. So if you get him first, then I would highly recommend getting him first. And yeah, he's good. This guy you're going to need to get through Doom Tower, so that's going to be a while. So this is my Spider 20 team, and that's actually the team that I think I used to beat Spider 20. But the question is, what did we do to get through later? So here we go. This is Spider 15 early on. So now we've got Zephyr Sniper, who was used as a tank, and we've got Armiger, who is used as turn meter reduction. We've got her because she has a speed lead and because she has the remove debuff, so it gets rid of all those poisons, the pesky poisons. And once again, there you go. Here's my girl, and then here's Haikatune. So these are heroes that will get us through these fights, and they're worth building. Now, Zephyr, if you have someone else who has an AoE on their A1 and can heal themselves and is a defense-based hero, that can be used in place of Zephyr. But Zephyr is a great uncommon to get you through 15. It's going to take a long time to build her. It's going to take time because you're going to be just starting when you're doing this. All right. This isn't like, oh, 10 months in. Like, no, you're going to be getting to Spider 15 fairly quickly, like at least in the time that you should be able to beat it. But you're going to have to do a lot of building. It's going to be a lot of soul searching. Let's put it that way. So all of these heroes are good. Basically, look at this. Look at this whole setup that I got going on here. You're going to see some heroes that are constant. Say, look, I use her for farming, so this is why this is empty. So she's my campaign farmer. So Soulbond is great. Apothecary in this team, awesome. These are all heroes that you'll get later on. War Maiden, Dragon 20. All right, all these work. Valerie can be the replacement for Syl in the beginning. The fight's just going to take a lot longer. All right. Ice Golem. Look at this. Same people. All these heroes end up being in here. Now, we use Drex and Syl early on. At 20, when you get down to the like 15, maybe you can still use Kale and you can still use War Maiden. You can use the starting 5 pretty much almost through every single one of these dungeons up to 15, except for Spider, I believe. Actually, Spider, I think 14 possibly we were able to beat. Ice Golem, same thing. Fire Knight, you say Fire Knight, we started evolving. This is my stage 25 team. Now I have to start labeling them better, but same culprits. Look at that. Apothecary. We've got Miss Crimson Slayer, and then the ones that everybody uses. But for Fire Knight 20, I believe we used the Fire Knight 17 team. I believe we used this team and it still worked. I'd have to go back and watch my Fire Knight videos, 1 through 20. But I believe Syl pops her ugly head in a lot from stage 18 to 20, just so you know. So essentially from 1 to 15, you honestly are probably looking at, in most cases, it's not every case, there's going to be other, everyone's going to build different times. But essentially what's going to happen is in your first month, you're going to build your starting 5. That could take you up to 2 months, depending on how slow you are. All right. So figure within the first month or two, you're going to have your starting 5 built. That's enough to get you through Spider 10, more than likely. All right, so you can farm Spider 10. So we don't have to worry about that too much. That's going to be enough to get you through Fire Knight, probably up to, I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to say that team maybe around 10 or 12. You're going to start seeing some problems, possibly 15. But yeah, from 14 or 15 on, you're definitely going to need something going on with heal reduction. You can overpower them, but it requires you building your heroes to 60. So just know that. As far as Dragon goes, Dragon's easy. You can get through that with starting 5, no problem. Well, not no problem, but within time. Let's see. What's the other one? Ice Golem, same thing. Starting 5 can get through 15. You just got to keep building them and build them better every single time. Get them all their gear, get some awakenings, do something. And then from 15 to 18, that's where it depends on the dungeon. All right. Because Spider changes, it evolves a lot. And I've had to change my team. It would take an entire hour video probably for me to sit there and show you each and every iteration of every single Spider fight. I do believe we went through most of it in the Spider video that I made. But that's basically it. So we do that, and then we get out of here. So that's all your dungeon heroes, to be honest. It's basically the starting 5 with a few other heroes thrown in there. Basically, Crimson Slayer. You got Haikatune. Jizzo doesn't really count, but yeah, he's more for Doom Tower. And then, yeah, that would be your next kind of grouping of heroes. And then Dark Elhain, when you get her, that's like the first 4 months. She's like your next kind of arena nuker, I would say. And then when we get out of here, your next thing to think about is clan boss. Get out of here. I went the wrong way. So clan boss is different. So we're going to go in here. I'm not going to fight it because we're about to have reset. And I don't want to waste my damn key. All right. So this is the team that I'm using currently. It's Haikatune, Grave Chill. What the hell is her name? Frozen Banshee, Apothecary, and Grush. Grush you will not get for a while. You can replace Grush with Valerie. It's not a perfect replacement. Valerie has zero leech, but she can shield, she can heal, and she extends your buffs. So perfect. She'll keep your speed up. She'll keep everything that they do up. So Valerie is your chance to get you through this early. Within the first month, you're going to get Haikatune, Apothecary, and the other three. The other two, you're going to be able to get fairly easy as long as you're pulling shards. If you're pulling mystery shards like me, it could take you a little while. Obviously, it's just random luck. Basically, it's like trying to pull a legendary at that point. I wouldn't say a legendary. It's like trying to pull an epic basically from an ancient shard. Uh, that's about how often you might get one. So yeah, it might take some time. But if you're pulling regular shards, you'll more than likely get all of these heroes very quickly. And Haikatune's about a month in. Now, once you get to 6 months with Syl, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of progression in the battles of dungeons. Drex is huge for that. Syl is huge for dungeons. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of show my clan boss team. We've shown them before. They do pretty well. I mean, they usually can 2-key this. Right? This one we screwed up. We lost it by 1,000,000. It's just random that it happens. It is what it is. I've done 25 million and I've done 15 million. It just goes up and down. And that's not even including Force Affinity or anything like that. Force Affinity is terrible for me. Get out of here. So that's your clan boss heroes. If you wanted to build someone, you can build anyone who drops poisons. If I was going to pick any random heroes that you could do for clan boss, this guy I wouldn't recommend investing in him. But if he's all you got, don't put books in him and just level him for now until you find something better. You've got who else? Who's good poisoners in here? We've got some heroes. We do have Twin Claw, which actually I think has a weekend. Maybe no, yeah, he has a weekend, which is good for keeping the boss weak. You've got War Maiden that can be used in Clan Boss. Frozen Banshee, like I said, Grave Chill. Who else we got in here that's pretty good for this? A Headsman I wouldn't bring in there. A Veer can be used in there. He has poisons, he has speed up, and he has heals. And Myrmidon, I think he has attack down, so he's an option. Coffin Smasher is a great option. He has attack down, hits 3 times, and you can put him in go over here. You can put him in Giant Slayer, and he just does a ton of damage. I actually really like him in Clan Boss. I'm trying to work him back into my team. I just have to keep building him. Weekend, you could use Aethel if you want to. I hate her, so that's up to you. But go ahead. She does have Weekend, so she has a use, I guess, if you want. Galek has defense down, not the best defense down, but he's not that great for Clan Boss, but he still works, I guess, early game. If you're just trying to get through that first, easy mode, yeah, you could use him. But like from normal on, I'd probably start finding poisoners. Who else in here would I use? Not really Crimson Slayer. Probably wouldn't use her. Totem, not so much. Master Butcher, I don't think has a place. He doesn't do much. Hyria can work. She has an attack where she hits everybody, so that's an option. Where she hits everyone. She brings everybody to attack, so she has ally attack. So that's someone that you could use as a clan boss. People have said that Bogwalker is a good clan boss hero early on. I don't know because I waited a year and 4 months to get him. So there you go, almost 5 months. Okay, so that I don't know about it, but hey, we just like to show him off. He's cute. All right, let's get out of there. So that's the main heroes that I've seen, at least as rares. When it comes to who you build for Doom Tower, I mean, that's going to be rough. I mean, that's going to be real rough. Honestly, I think where we're at is really who to build in the beginning. You're really going to be focusing on, if we're just going by rares, and well, Haikatune and Jizzo are easy to get. You get them in the first month. So if you can't get to that, then you're probably not going to get to, what's her name, to Syl and all that. So Jizzo, Haikatune, War Maiden, Apothecary, all these poisoners right here, Kale, Frozen Banshee, and Grave Chill are all awesome. Executioner, I'd probably skip over. Spirit Host and Valerie are really good to get you through early game content. And pretty much any of these guys would it be good. Just those are the ones that I think are the best. Like Soul Bond's game changing. She's awesome. Crimson Slayer's amazing. And if everyone down here is whatever. And then, well, actually, Zephyr was basically the reason I beat Spider 15 because she was my tank and she did really good. That you can watch the Spider video on that. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's the only way. I can't fit it all in one video. And then Armiger has gotten me through many, 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 many content pieces that were giving me trouble. As far as where else do people have trouble in here? I wish I still had the missions, like the quests available to show you, like to kind of look at them so I could see which ones I would say recommend building first. But more than likely, all those heroes that I just told you are essentially the ones that are going to get you through it. I can't really see, anyone else being that crazy. As far as your login heroes, though, who changes your game the most? Who changed my game the most? Haikatune changed my game the most. later in the game. I didn't build her for a while. I would probably recommend building her earlier on. She does do a lot, but you're just not going to see her value. She's tough. She's a tough one because she kind of does the job of a few different heroes, but she doesn't do any of them as good as those heroes separately. So it's a little bit rough to do it to pull her into something. Now that I've got her in Clan Ball, she's actually doing a lot better, and I've been using her in a few other, you know, small content. I don't really bring her into a lot of big stuff. Like I wouldn't bring her into a dungeon for me specifically because she doesn't heal and she does things that other heroes do and heal. You know what I mean? There's no reason to bring her. The only reason to bring her is if you need 19% speed. That's it. Yaga, I would skip. Dark Aethel is what she is. She's okay. I wouldn't rush her to build her. Dark Alhane, I would rush to build. She is very strong. She's great for arena nuking. She can help counter Tormund, and she does a lot of other things. So that's a great hero that you want to build. Lord Legionary is a joke. Please do not build him. I did build him. I did build him. I built him. I did build him. I built him, but would I recommend you build him the second you get him? No. It was he's dumb. I love Dark Souls and I love Lord Legionary, all right? Because of it, he is a tool. He is like probably one of the dumbest heroes in the game. We beat the faction crypt with him though. So I can't crap on him too much because he got us through that fight. All right. So it is what it is. I wouldn't pick him though first. All right, let's put it that way. Sil, you're gonna build immediately. Save all your legendary books if you're just starting the game. Save your books and the second you get Sil, max her and give her all the gear you can possibly give her. And when you're at Lord Legionary, as soon as you get Lord Legionary, start building the chickens that you need to get Sil. Put them in your vault. That way you can build her to 6-star the second that you get her. Literally, that's how important she is. She is going to beat dungeons for you from 15 to 18. I mean, from 15 to 20. Any of the ones you can't beat, more than likely she's going to jump in and help you, unless the spider is targeting her, in which case you'll kill her. But there's plenty of builds you can use on her. She's awesome. Taintix Hayflower, I would skip over. Grush is great for clan boss. He's great for secret rooms. He's good in faction crypt, and that's basically it. But he's really changed my clan boss game. It took me a while to get him. I had to really rebuild him a couple times to figure out how to get him to be good. But yes, he's really good for clan boss. And then Visix is a also is I don't know if she's a build immediately person, but she is extremely helpful. I think I skipped over her for a little bit. I think we built her up, but we didn't like focus her for a little while because she wasn't that great for me early on. But I would definitely build her now that I know what she's good at, and she's good at turn meter manipulation, which is what you need her for. Awesome Fire Knight hero also. So there you go. Those are the login heroes. I mean, other than that, those are the ones I would focus on. Uh, Build the ones that I told you, like the rares. All right, and these guys like Drex is going to be a game changer. So start getting him from Clan Boss. Focus on him. What is that? Not for Clan Boss. For Spider. Also good for Hydra. He single handedly jumped my damage in Hydra up to like between 2 and 4 million when I try. So Drex is one of the ones you're going to want to focus early on. From what is that tag team? Is that tag team? It's been a while. I'm like, I think it's tag team. Either way, focus on him from the shop that you can buy him from. I think it was tag team. Get him. Sil, you're going to want to focus immediately, and your Carl, you're going to want to focus immediately. All right, those are the three that I would say changed my game the most. Arbiter is basically just a mission character. She's useful in arena, but since you have more than likely the Monkey King now, if you logged in now and started now, you don't even really need her to be honest. Like she's still good, but yeah, she's basically useless if you have Monkey King. Okay, at least in the sense that you don't need to get her quickly. Boom was arena. Yeah, all these ones I showed you. Broadmaw you can skip over early on. He's not amazing. He's good, but he's not like oh my god good. You're gonna get him from Archmage. You're gonna get from the Doom Tower within like the first 3 months, 4 months, maybe depending on how quickly you can beat secret rooms. It could be 5 months. I don't know. It depends on your speed, but he is definitely a hero I would build quickly and fast. Like I said, Jizzo's definitely up there. I wouldn't go crazy with any of my other heroes like Thurges, no. Twin Claw, no, I wouldn't go crazy. This whole area is good. Basically, this whole section here that we talked about. And yeah, these are all the ones that I built. You can see the ones that I have, whether or not, they help. Here's the thing. Every hero you build is going to help you. There's tons of factions, there's tons of secret rooms, there's tons of dungeons, there's tons of content. These heroes that you're building will be good eventually. So don't sweat 100% which hero to go first. Yes, you're going to want to build your starting five. Yes, you're going to want to get Soul Bond. Yes, you're going to want to get Crimson Slayer. Yes, you're going to want to get this. Remember, this is just if you're not pulling legendaries. All right. You're going to want Spirit Host, obviously. She's freaking amazing. Avir is really good. I got him late, but he's awesome. Myrmidon is awesome. Risk Arm is awesome. Like, there's a bunch of heroes that are really good. I love Odachi. Awesome hero, but do you need to build him quickly? No. But he's going to be good in Faction Wars. All right. But he does help in, what's that? Scarab. He did help because I put him in Destroy HP. So you can make anyone destroy HP. Remember that. You don't need a hero that has Destroy HP to destroy HP. That's not literally. You can make Kale your Destroy HP hero. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. All right. So those are all the heroes that I would say are your first focuses, and kind of why I built them the way I did. If you're interested in any of these specific heroes, I have videos on all of them. Just go to my playlist and you can check out all of my hero spotlights and then go into my dungeon playlist and you can pick out specific dungeons if you're having trouble. So you can kind of see how I got through them. It's going to be tough for me to really, dig back because we're talking like, 250 videos that I've made, and I basically remember what I did, but like at the same time, I'm not going to remember exact teams for exact floors. Unfortunately, I would have to actually go back and fight them again, which I actually went through when I was doing the spider video. I actually had to re-record it when I first recorded that video because I was screwing it all up. I'm like, I have no idea who I used for these fights. But yeah, so just know that anyone you build is good. But the main ones that I just showed you are the ones that help me get through things, and you can go research that a little bit better. And if I would say watch the heroes that I showed you. Watch whichever content you're having trouble with. Watch that video in the dungeons, and then choose which hero you think is worth getting, or which hero has the same skills as the hero that I said is good. So don't think that my heroes are the end all be all. Whichever heroes do the thing that my hero does, that's the one you should build next if it's going to help you beat the content that you're in. All right. So if you have any questions, comments, things you want to talk about, you want to tell me how cute I am in my flannel that you can't see. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to tell me. I don't mind. I enjoy the comments. I enjoy the comments. I love Odachi. He's so good. Like, he's basically in the same boat as Lord Legionary. I just love them. They're the coolest looking heroes. All right, make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's always good to get some new followers. We're doing really good now. We're over that 1,000 hump. We're actually almost near 1,100 now. It's crazy. It was such a good week last week. So I'm actually very excited about this. We're going to be pushing forward now. I hope you guys are along for the ride. Okay. So this is which heroes should you build next? This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys take care.